What's up guys, this is the third video in my bending tutorial mini series and it's the most requested one, and that's how to pull a full passover, crossover, step over, whatever you call it, this. Now this is the most complicated bend to pull, it's the easiest one to get wrong, and it's also probably the one with the most ways of doing it. Now on site, in the real world, I don't think people are going to mess around with folding rulers, drawing things out. You just want to know a quick and easy way of pulling this that's going to stop them from thinking fuck it and just buying one of these. So I'm going to show you the way I do it. Now I want to start off by talking again about angles. So you can see I've got 3 step overs that I've already done. This one's a 30 degree, 60 and 90. Now you can see the difference. On the 30 we're not going to get over something like that. It's for something small like this. The 60, I've got a 50mm pipe and a clip, and the 90 is going over 1¼ inch waste pipe. So you're always going to pull this bend first, and it depends on what you're going over to the degree of the angle you're going to pull. The second and third bends you're going to pull are always going to be half the angle of what your first bend is. So we've got a 90 first and then 2 45s. So we've got a 60 and 2 30s, we've got a 30 and 2 15s. And that's the basic rule, but you don't really need to know that because I'm just going to show you a really simple, quick way of doing it. This is our pipe here. The only kit I'm going to use is a ruler, a pen and a tape. So we're going to bend, we'll go for say a 60, we're going to go for something similar to this over a 15mm pipe and a clip. So what I'm going to do, pipe and the bender, I'm going to pull something like a 60 degree bend. So I'd say that was 45, I'd say something about there, 60 degrees. If you want to do this accurately, there are videos out there where you can see, but this is just my method. So there's our first bend. So now what we want to know is the distance that we're going over. So this one here, if I measure it, I would say that was 40mm. So what I'm going to do is, using my ruler, measure 40mm and then lining this up so it's symmetrical. But I'm not going to do anything yet, because wherever you're working, whatever you've got handy that's got a straight edge on it, like this mitre block, kit box, anything like that, your steps, your ladders, drop it on that way up and use the edge of that. So once you've worked out where your 40mm is and you think that you've got it symmetrical, offer it on and hold it down, and then you're using your pen. You're going to mark the top, and you're also going to use the edge of this to mark the underside. So we'll take that off. Now we should have 2 marks that side and 2 marks that side. It's a bit messy because I was doing it underneath, but you get the gist of it. So there and there, and that should be our 40mm distance there. So we've got 40mm distance between there and there, both sides. Back in the bender, doesn't matter which one you start with now because you've got it marked on both sides. Pop your former in, and then you want to line this mark up that you made with the edge of your guide there. I'm just going to lift this up to show you. You see the edge of that line, just where it touches, probably in the centre of your pipe where it touches the edge of your guide there. And because, like I've said before, we're pulling multiple bends on the pipe, you've got to line it up this way as well. So have a look down there and line it up. Now what we're going to do, so I've got the charge cable in the way. When I pull this bend, we know it's got to be half of the 60, so we're going for 30, but we're also, see when I pull that, I'm looking at the other line mark I've drawn here, And I'm lining this up with my eye in line with that. So I'm looking down there to that line. Whip it out, turn it round, straight back in. And exactly the same method as we did before. We're moving it to make that line there touch the edge. Give it another look this way so it's lined up, and then pulling it until it lines up. And we should have, if we pop that on flat there, our 40mm step over, crossover, passover. And that's the easiest and fastest way I can tell you how to do it. Now I know I went through that quite fast, but I find on complicated things like this, it's easiest to break them down into the most simple way, and that is the most simple way I can make it. There are lots of different ways of doing this, like I said. It's always good to look online at other methods of how other people do it, but this is the way I do it and it works for me. If you've got any questions, leave me a comment. Hopefully this video has been useful to you. Let me know if it has, and also let me know if you've got a better way of doing it. Thanks for watching.